As the climate's changing, the waters are getting warmer, and we seem to be getting more cuttle, which is good.
We fished cuttlefish 80, 86 or 87, and it was very little value then. It was sort of 50 pence a kilo, 56 pence a kilo. Now you're looking at cuttlefish at £3.20. You can see the value change and why people target the cuttlefish now. It is our black gold.
If you look around in here, you see the colour of the ink and the colour of the market gets in here. It's the ink that the cuttlefish secrete as a defence mechanism. When they're caught, it just comes out the bodies and it's just black ink everywhere.
Cuttlefish is predominant on this market. The challenge with it is it mostly gets exported. With us introducing it on our menus approximately 5 years ago and started to promote and support cuttlefish and get people eating it in the UK, it was really, really important.
So the MMO are proposing a new restriction on demersal species. We do need quota systems. There's no doubt that the quota systems are needed in the industry. It's a good thing, but going outside of it to non-pressure stock, we're not producing enough evidence to say we need to go into a quota system or a size restriction on cuttlefish. They're talking about a 23 centimetre body size, so at the moment you're well under that.
We're about 5 months a year fishing for cuttle. You could near enough cut that by half if they quota it because of the size differences. We'll have to target someone else. We will have to target someone else.
You need a certain size mesh to keep the fish in. So you need, we're a regulated 80 mil in the English Channel. A lot of the guys in the English Channel use 100 mil, and that lets out smaller fish, which is very helpful. But you can't go up to the size of letting cuttlefish through. You wouldn't catch anything. You'd end up with a net full of seawater.
If they put a quota on it, we won't be able to catch that much cuttle, so we've got to go and chase something else. There won't be nothing else there because the cuttle will eat it. When we're fishing along the shores, there is no fish. It's just cuttle.
From the smallest of cuttlefish to the biggest of cuttlefish, they're as savage as each other. They eat each other. When they're in the pots, when they're in the nets, you'll see with big chunks out of them, they eat each other. They don't matter what it is, they'll eat it. They seem to be breeding right across the ground. It's not just certain areas, it's all across the ground. We're seeing eggs out in the channel, we're seeing eggs in here. I'm not no marine biologist, I'm not no scientist, but this is just what we know in the years of doing it. They're not listening to fishermen, they're not listening what we're telling them. Every time we've gone to a meeting, can we see the data, the facts that you've got that prove that this species needs a quota? Nothing.
Despite all the uncertainties, our boys at sea will carry on as they are.
Fishing it's a game of two halves. It's either there or it's not. But every day you shoot the net, it goes out different, it comes in different. Nothing's the same, and it never will be. It's like opening a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get.
It's always nerve-wracking. It's all right when it's up, the fish are aboard, the net's in one piece. It'll be all right.
Being single-handed, you've got to prioritise on the cuttlefish and squid.
There he goes, look.
They need to be washed, cleaned and iced as quick as you can. There's no better feeling than having a cod end come over the rail full. You see a bit of an easier comfort in bills getting paid. You see your family all right, you see the boat getting paid for, and you see nice, healthy fish stocks. To see that come over the rail for a single trawl, it's amazing.
The night shift are the backbone of the company. You know, it's without them, you ain't got a company really.
So the guys, they'll start normally 8 o'clock in the evening and work through till they finish, which is generally about 6 o'clock in the morning. Very labour-intensive work. It's quite a physical job. And
They stay out there all night doing it, and it is not a great job. It's black, icy, but they've got to lift it onto the hopper, tip it, and take it off the weighing machine. So the 60 ton is lifted between them 10 people. So that's not too easy. We do appreciate the night shift. They're proper top of our list. You know, they're good guys. We're lost without them, for sure. I'll eat anything, me. Anything that comes out of the sea, I'll give it a go. Yeah, lovely. Cuttlefish is nice.
I've tried it, yeah. It's very unusual to find it served in this country. It's generally more in the continent they sell it. But it's quite a close sort of thing with squid. It's actually probably a bit tastier than squid when I've had it.
Should try it. They do it at Rockfish.
My name is Kurt Gosden. I am the chef director of Rockfish, and I've just cooked you 2 lovely cuttlefish dishes. First one was whole cuttlefish, a little bit of olive oil, some rock salt onto there, and then onto the char grill with a heavy iron, anything, just to keep it pressed onto there. And then finish the dish with a little squeeze of lemon juice, and the blessing goes right over the cuttlefish. And that's it. It's very simple, but it's delicious. So the second one, we call it Brixham calamari. We took the cuttlefish and we cut it into fine strips. You gently put it into the fryer and you start to cook it. And you'll take that out, let it drain off, finish it with some sea salt, peppers of white pepper, black pepper, and timu. And then just some chilies, Dutch chilies, nothing too hot, just something a little spicy, some spring onions, finishes that dish. And we've got a lovely Singapore dip to dip your cuttlefish in. We've actually stuck with these 2 dishes for 5 years. We bring other people in to taste the cuttlefish. If it's available, people will eat it. We've proven that at Rockfish. So, you know, chefs, please start serving cuttlefish in the UK. It's delicious.
It was always my boat, always treated it as my own, always looked after it. But owning it since February is a different. The stresses are the same, but they feel bigger. It's nice to know that every time I go to sea, what we earn, what we make is ours. It's all the effort and blood, sweat and tears you put into it is all you're doing. You're not doing it for someone else, you're doing it for your family, you're doing it for your kids. Don't smoke, don't drink. Literally go home and see the kids for an hour before they go to bed, and that is the wind down. Yeah. It makes all this worthwhile. When you see them, when you walk through the door, that makes it all worthwhile. That's what keeps you going through this. All that keeps you going.
It's been fish landed in Brixham since the 1500s, so we do care. We need to continue to care for the fishery. That's first and foremost. Without the fish, we have no Brixham. Regarding the proposals, we've been fishing these cuttles in my lifetime 40 years, and there's been no change as such. There's not enough science involved with this. Usually they come with a package of science to prove that this is right or wrong. At the moment, they're not coming with that. It's going to be a massive change. There'll be people unemployed. It's going to change everything for Brixham. From us at BTA, we care so much about the fishery here. We must make sure that we have longevity in the fishing industry, and caring for the fish at source is the right way forward and the only way forward. Managing the quotas is important, but we need to do it together.